How should your real estate agent be marketing your home? This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor. If you enjoy the content, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for your support and for sharing out this video. I'm going to talk about 6 ways that your highly competent real estate agent should be doing to market your home. Ready? Number 1, your property should be listed on the MLS, and it's short for Multiple Listing Services. In every county, every kind of regional area, there is a particular MLS network that your home, along with all the other homes in the area, would be listed on. The agents would have to pay related board fees and MLS fees to be able to list your home on that MLS. Sometimes when we have a listing in a different county that is farther away, we're able to get that listed there, for example, in Contra Costa, and have it also be listed in the Napa Solano, which is a different network as well. But it's really important that your property is listed on the MLS, because that's how it gets populated into all the third-party sites like the Zillow and the Trulia and the Realtor.com and the Homes.com and so on and so forth. That's how the public consumers are able to see your home when it comes on the market. Method number 2. It has to do with having your property have the yard sign in front of the home on the lawn. You know, there's a funny, it's not funny really when you think about it, but there's an old saying that you might have heard that, oh, you know, all real estate agents do is they just put a sign in front of the yard. Well, there's a whole lot more to it than that. That's just one of the ways that we get exposure on the property and kind of create the buzz in the neighborhood so that the neighbors know that this home is now on the market. Because interestingly enough, unless you are home shopping or unless you're actively searching online, you could live like down the block from the house that is on the market. You wouldn't know it because you're not looking to buy or you're not looking to sell, right? The yard sign is a whole different audience that it's going to attract. And typically, for example, for what we do is we get the yard sign installed probably 7 to 10 days prior to going live on the market on the scheduled date. And then we have this, we call a sign writer that it says coming soon. So it kind of is a soft notification to the neighborhood that the house is coming on the market. Method number 3, holding open houses. We're very good at this. Actually, my team member, Barton Lee, is the expert in hosting open houses. We are usually hosting open house almost on a regular weekly basis on every weekend, depending on, you know, which listing we have available, and we would coordinate that with our clients, the sellers. We typically would ask them to clear out of the house for 2 hours, and we would pre-promote it before the actual date of the open house so that we could get as many eyeballs online, as many as possible, with the notification that we have an open house. And we actually have sold our listing that we represent the seller on to buyers who just come through without their agent. And, you know, they could be living like an hour away and the agent wasn't with them. They would just come through the open house. And I remember one particular situation where Barton was really sharing about the different features, the lifestyle of American Canyon and the different types of homes. And next thing we knew, I think he hosted the open house, you know, on a Sunday, I believe. And by Tuesday, we had an offer submitted from those particular walk-in buyers who basically told their agent that they wanted to submit on the house. So the probability of the home getting sold during an open house is not high, but it has happened a few times in, you know, my entire 20-year career. So it can happen. So don't give up on open houses, especially if the property is not getting its own private showing traffic. It just depends on the time of the year, where the interest rates are. So you may not have a lot of showings, and open house is another great way to really attract traffic from the public to be able to walk through. Maybe they know somebody that is looking to buy. Method number 4, the agent's website. So for example, for us, we have several websites. We are Remax Gold. So Remax Gold has its own website, right? We also, so this is something that we do extra, we pay for this as part of the marketing platform for every client that we represent, every seller we represent. We create a customized website for each property. And each property has its own, local information, mortgage calculator. It has the virtual tour. Sometimes we would also have the virtual staging that's done, and it's all on one page. And then at the bottom, they can actually schedule a showing if they don't have an agent representing them, or they could contact us. There's a contact area where they can submit their information. So this has been a really effective tool, and it literally showcases the property in one place in a very sophisticated way. Method number 5. This is one of my all-time favorites, is social media marketing. We do a lot of that with, I do my little coming soon dance. If you've seen my victory dance, happy dance, I do a lot of that, just like 10-second video in front of the house. We are on pretty much all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we do Reel, we're on Instagram, on Reel, we do just social media posts of like still images. We showcase the videos that are professionally done by our professional photographer, videographer. We're on TikTok, we are on LinkedIn, we are on, we also have a Facebook page, which is just the real estate business page that is on there as well. And on my personal Facebook account, which I have a pretty good size following and a lot of engagement there. We also do a lot of work on YouTube, videos, we tie it in also to my weekly newsletter that I send out with, valuable real estate content. We have about close to 1,000 subscribers on the newsletter. And if you're interested in that, just email me at kasamasales.com. We're more than happy to add you to our weekly newsletter that does come out on Thursdays, along with our YouTube. So I have usually a weekly YouTube video that goes out, but we also talk about what properties we have on the market, what is currently in escrow, and what just recently sold, and how the market is doing. So that's a huge piece of what we do in marketing, and we do some paid ads around that on different social media platforms as well. I feel like personally, people who live an hour away on the other side of the bay, or people are looking to move into our area, have no other way of knowing unless they Google and look up information and find our clients' homes online. So we spend a lot of time and expertise around that. We actually have a marketing manager who manages all of our social media content on a regular basis. So we know what we're doing. Number 6, I talked about this a little bit on our customized website. We have a virtual tour, and it's kind of like a 3D tour, basically, right? So you can actually, because sometimes what people want to know is, how is the house laid out? What is sort of like the perspective of the floor plan? And the virtual tour enables people to kind of get a feel of the flow of the house. And so we do that. We have great equipment that handles virtual tours, so that when you walk in, you can kind of click and see what is to the right of the hallway, and where is the master bedroom, and where is the kitchen, and so on and so forth. Because one of the things that I always say to all of our clients is, there are 2 things you cannot change in real estate. 1 is the location of the house. 2 is really the layout, the floor plan of the house. Unless you want to spend a ton of money moving the kitchen to the back of the house when it's to the side of the house, most people will not do that, right? So the floor plan is something you can't really change. So it has to flow and has to feel right to you. And for people who, maybe they live an hour away, they might want to kind of just scope out and see if the floor plan feels right to them before they drive out here to see it. So that's also an important piece, and it's become a more recent necessary technology piece that we are all over it. So I hope this is helpful to you, and talk to your favorite highly competent real estate agent about how they would be marketing your home once they put your home on the market. And some of these things should be on that list. And feel free to just take this video, just kind of think about the list of things, and see what is important to you just based on what I shared with you. Thanks so much for watching.